So Coach Potter and I have been longtime friends, with a big break in between. But we were friends when we were kids. We went to church together. Our parents went to church together. So we were running around the outdoor playground and throughout our church. Probably played basketball together as little kids, Mighty Mites and all that. Coach Potter's mom was a referee when I was playing and when he was playing. So we saw each other all the time at rec league basketball games. Knew his mom and dad and his sister and everyone growing up, his whole family. And I have a little brother that's his sister's age, so we've just kind of known each other for a while.
Anything you want to add, you can feel free. Pretty much feel it.
Okay. Why were you interested in coaching at Musselman High School?
So I was a basketball player here and also an alumni. What made me want to coach was I wanted to make an impact because I had a pretty good experience here, not just in the sport itself, but to make an impact. It made an impact on my life in a positive way to learn life lessons. So I wanted to bring that same type of atmosphere to when I coach, except try to build on that and make it even better than when I was there. So that's why I like sports a lot. There's a lot of people that have tough home lives and such, and sports is also a gateway to help with that. It's just such a great thing to bring people together.
What are your expectations and hopes for this season?
The expectation is to be a team that every time we step out on the court, a team is going to take us serious, and we're going to be a team that plays hard, plays together, and makes a run. Obviously, our ultimate goal is to make the state tournament. We made a statement there last year by making history with that. So we'd love to build on that and get back there, but we'd also like to start opening up to winning there. So pretty big goals and expectations there. But, yeah.
I feel like I'm kind of like the glue guy on the staff. I like building the relationships and seeing those flourish. Try to keep those relationships positive within our team, between both the players and with the players and the staff together, as well as the staff together in general. So just trying to keep those vibes high, keep the positiveness going. The winning hopefully will build from that. But I feel like that's what I bring to the table.
What does a typical day or week look like for a coach during season?
So during season, there's game film. That's a big one. So going on there and watching and analyzing what the opponent's strengths and weaknesses are, also seeing what we did well or not well at from the previous game. So the preparation's big. Then there's practice. It's putting all of those things to the table, from freshman to varsity, really. Having each, prepare for what the strengths and weaknesses of the opponents are, and also work on our stuff, like see what we're good at, and if there's anything new that we want to try to get better at, that's also an opportunity. Because I'm a big believer in consistency, so we're going to do a lot of those things multiple times, even if the players don't really like it sometimes, and they think, why are we doing this so many times? We do that for a reason, so it's just second nature.
I've never had a season, so can't answer that.
What are your off-season expectations for players?
Again, going on consistency is huge. The off-season, I always stress, is huge because a lot of players don't show up until when season starts, and they wonder why we're not, moving on and getting better. So that's huge. So coming to the workouts, even if it's a couple days a week, makes a huge difference because that's where you grow individually, and also get the reps in. And it's also good for getting the team used to playing together. It's basically like a head start. If everybody just comes together when season starts, you've missed a couple months to grow together and get better on your game individually. But I think the off-season's been really good. Even when I got hired last year, taking over, the buy-in was really high, and I think this off-season's been really strong, so I feel really good.
So this is my first off-season, and I've been kind of the one running the show a little bit for the most part. But it's been fun to watch all the girls compete and show up, but at the same time, just watch them gel together. That's, like Coach said, that's a big reason that you have off-season workouts, is to have the players start to gel together, because you can't beat You can't beat that on the court. If you guys are playing together and you already know what the next person's going to do and how they're going to do it, that helps you guys compete. And we've had a lot of that this offseason.
Is there anything else either of you would like to add?
I think Coach Potter has done a great job of building a staff and building a program here in just a short time. There's a lot of talk about just how the team only won a few games the year before and where they're at now. And I think even from where we ended last year to where we're at already in October is already a big jump too. So everything just keeps growing. As someone who's seen the program from the outside and now the inside at the same time, good things are happening with that. And I don't think that would happen without continuity at the coaching position and at the playing positions as well. So everyone just keeps growing together, and I think it takes a special group to be able to do that.
Yeah, the buy-in is big from the coach. Everyone looks at me because I'm the head coach, and yes, I play a role, but everybody plays a role. From the coaching staff I have in place have done a phenomenal job with the vision and trying to mold and make things work. But also the players, like regardless of what your playing time status or whatever, even managers, people that keep the book, everybody has a role with that. And if everyone's on the same page doing their part, it's a pretty tough team, and a lot of good things will usually happen out of that.